All right, guys. So I thought I would give an update on why construction has stopped and the situation with Shell's brother-in-law. Um, Before I get started, I've already got permission from the family and everything to kind of give you guys an update on what exactly happened and where we're going from here forward. About I want to say it was like May 11th or May 12th. I think May 10th. I think it was. Shell and I were heading to the lot in the morning for just a regular day at the lot, doing construction, etc. And Shell's sister got a message saying that her husband um, was having pain in his leg and that he couldn't move his leg. And as soon as Shell told me that, I knew it was a blood clot. Because usually a stroke, it would be like a complete half of the body or something like that, but it was just his left leg, or his right leg actually, sorry. And he had lost feeling and lost movement of his right leg. And I asked Shell if she wanted me to keep driving past a lot and take her to where she grew up, where they live. And she says no, I'm sure it'll be okay because he's had a history of high blood pressure issues and like similar medical conditions. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to go into too much detail about it. And she said, no, I'm sure it'll be okay. And we just continued on to the lot and just carried on with our morning. Around lunchtime, her sister messaged her and said that they needed to go to the hospital, the local hospital where they live. And so I asked Shell, I was like, hey, you want me to take you there? She's like, no, I'll just take a bus. So I could stay on the lot with the guys and finish the day of the construction. So I took Shell to the bus stop, and she took the bus to where she lives, which is about, I would say, an hour south of where we live. And she got there, and um, sure enough, it was a blood clot. It was a clot in his right leg, upper thigh, near the groin area. And the local hospital there couldn't really do much for him. They're not really equipped to, you know, deal with that kind of severity of medical issues. Um, so it was a Sunday, and it was hard to get him from where they live to the local hospital in Dumaguete, because apparently in the Philippines, the hospital has to accept the patient from the other hospital. You can't just like leave one hospital and go to the other one. I was offering to drive him myself because I knew how serious the situation was, and but I also didn't want him to have like some sort of medical emergency in the middle of the trip, and obviously I'm not equipped for that. So trying to find an ambulance and a hospital to accept him from the hospital he was at was almost impossible. Finally, I think it was like the next day, um, they found a hospital in Dumaguete that accepted him, and the ambulance had to drive about an hour and a half south, pick him up, and drive back to the hospital. And by that time, he had lost so much circulation and blood flow to his right leg that it was dead. His right leg was dead. Um, and they had to amputate his right leg, about 6 inches above the right knee, mid thigh. They had to amputate his leg, and I'm making a long story short. I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but after surgery, he was awake for a little bit, and then he fell asleep. And about a day later, his heart wasn't really strong enough at that point to keep pumping. So they put him on life support, and then he ended up flatlining. So they defibbed him back to life, And from that point on, he was pretty much unconscious. The life support was keeping him alive, but other than that, he wasn't conscious. He wasn't talking to anybody. And we were running around trying to find medications to try to, keep him stable, keep him alive. And but I kind of knew in the back of my head that it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And while we were out finding medication, the doctor said that another blood clot formed in his left leg. So from that point on, I knew it was, sadly, unfortunately, only a matter of time. I spent years in the Army. I went through Iraq and Afghanistan. I was in the 101st, and I have a little bit more medical experience than the average person, and I kind of knew in his situation and his condition that the inevitable was gonna happen. And I want to say a day and a half later he flatlined and they couldn't bring him back. So that's why we haven't been posting much or doing construction, because we've been running around taking care of business, taking care of the funeral, making funeral arrangements and stuff like that. It was Shell's brother-in-law, her sister's husband. So, and nobody was prepared for it. Nobody was prepared for it. So it was very sudden. Like, got the message, and like 4 days later he had passed. So that's why we're putting construction on hold. Yeah, it's very unfortunate all around. Shitty conditions, shitty situation. So Shell and I are shouldering the expenses for the funeral and medical bills until she can get the death certificate, so she can receive his government pension, because he was a school teacher for 23 years, and so she's not able to get her pension until the death certificate is the hospital bills are paid off. They won't release the death certificate. So in the meantime, that's what we're doing. We're helping Shell's family with the hospital bills, and that's going to take up a couple months of my pension to cover. That way they can actually receive the death certificate and get all of this settled. So I just wanted to come on here. Shell wanted me to do this video because she's not very comfortable talking about it yet, and her nephew is actually in the house with us right now, staying with us for a bit, because it's not really healthy for him to be home, and that's why we took him fishing and everything, because trying to keep his mind in a healthy place. Yeah, it's just not good all around, and I just wanted to come on and give you guys a heads up of what happened, what's going to happen in the near future, and when we might start construction again. We're still going to make videos and posting them up, maybe once a week or whenever we decide to do something, or whatever. Zane's starting school soon in a couple of weeks too, so other than construction, we still got some other stuff going on in life. So bear with us. We'll try to get some videos out to you when we can. But I thought you guys might deserve to know what happened. A lot of you guys might be wondering. So yeah, that's the situation, and that's where we're at. So bear with us. Thank you.